If this message speaks to you, don't just like it, pass it on. Share it directly with someone who needs to hear it, because messages like this don't always reach everyone they should. Thank you and enjoy. I know. Every time reparations are mentioned, someone says, sure, tax the rich, but they'll just pass the cost on to us through higher prices, higher rents, fewer jobs. That's the fear. But here's the truth. Reparations can be structured so the cost never lands on regular people, and history gives us receipts. Let's be real. Corporations and billionaires always try to avoid paying their fair share. When new taxes hit tobacco, oil, or banks, they look for ways to shift the burden onto everyday people. So, it is fair to ask, if reparations are funded by taxes on corporations and the ultra-wealthy, won't they just raise the prices on us? And the short answer is, not if we're smart. Let's look at the record. Tobacco settlements. Companies were fined billions for public health harms. Yes, they tried to raise the prices, but strong regulations capped how far they could go, and the revenue still funded health programs. Utilities and energy. When utilities tried to hike prices unfairly, regulators stepped in with price controls and antitrust enforcement. Consumers were protected. COVID relief and bank bailouts. Trillions flowed to corporations and Wall Street. Did middle-class taxes go up to cover it? No. Costs were absorbed through federal spending, bonds, and economic growth. The lesson is simple. When the government chooses, it can shield working people from corporate pass-throughs. Here's how reparations can be designed so the bill never lands on you. Targeted taxation. A wealth tax only on estates worth over $50 million. 1% reparations tax on Fortune 500 corporations, and no taxes on small businesses, workers, or homeowners. 2. Price monitoring and antitrust enforcement. Regulators can block corporations from price gouging to cover reparations costs. If companies try to shift the cost, they face fines, lawsuits, and public accountability. 3. Phased implementation. Reparations are rolled out over 30 to 50 years, just like Social Security. That means no economic shock and no excuses for sudden price hikes, and public accountability. Companies that try to make consumers pay for their debt will be exposed. Public pressure and boycotts are powerful. No brand wants to be seen dodging reparations while pocketing record profits. So, let's flip the question. If a Fortune 500 company making billions every quarter says, we can't afford a 1% reparations tax without raising prices, what they're really saying is our profit matters more than justice. We'd rather protect stakeholders than pay what we owe. That's not economics, that's greed. Here's what happens when reparations are paid the right way. More jobs. Black-owned businesses grow, creating millions of jobs across healthcare, tech, real estate, and construction. Stronger housing market, higher black ownership raises property values for everyone. Lower social cost. Closing the wealth gap cuts the government spending on welfare, food stamps, housing aid, saving taxpayers over $100 billion a year. Economic growth. Studies show closing the racial gap could add $1.5 trillion per year to U.S. GDP. So instead of raising your cost, reparations actually strengthens the economy you live in. So here's the bottom line. Reparations don't come from middle-class pockets. They don't come from small businesses. And with the right safeguards, corporations can't just dump the cost onto you. The bill stays exactly where it belongs, on the ultra-wealthy and the corporations that profited from slavery, segregation, and systemic exclusion. So the next time you hear reparations will raise your taxes, remember, that's a lie designed to divide working people and protect billionaires until reparations comes. we'll keep bringing receipts, so fear never wins over truth. If you're still here, thank you for hanging out this long. Please hit the like and subscribe button and click on the notification bell so that I can bring you more content like this.